thing that's over here. Don't give them yeah. So this pattern breaks. Okay. Let's have one meeting. And finally, string. What do you call leakage in Uganda? In Kenya, we call it marking. Leakage? Yeah, leakage, like when exams leak or someone gives you. Okay. Yeah, like you have the full sleeves, exactly what it is. Okay, so I'm not giving that one yet. So, yeah, so please confirm you have all the 4 requirements for this activity. Shanice, your camera, please. Then let's have some organization, okay? Like pictures. Okay, so just confirm with me if you have all the 4 requirements. Great. You also need a banana. Well, okay, so yeah. Oh, let me show you. Oh. Yes. Okay, and then the screen. Okay, so please confirm with me if you have all the just raise up your hand. Yeah. Excellent. So I'm gonna have a timer on here. So okay, should you first should I go back to the rules or you come to the rules? Okay, great. Rule number 1 needs to be okay. The winning team builds the tallest freestanding structure. Freestanding means it is standing by itself. It is not attached to the surface. You're not holding it. It's standing by itself. You have to eventually. Exactly. So, 2, the marshmallow must be on top. So, if your marshmallow is somewhere below, we'll only measure from the marshmallow to the surface of the screen. Not screen, the table. Rule number 3, use as much or as little as of the kit. There's no formula. That's the formula. Okay? Then you can use as many spaghetti as you want, as little as you want. Please don't start. Don't down, don't start, that's drinking. What did you say? Okay, right? Exactly, yeah, that's it. Okay, yeah, that's rule number 3. And rule number 4, break the spaghetti, break the string, do whatever you want with it. As long as you just repeal the rules. Okay? Yeah? No, you can't ask for another one. So if you break it and you are not intending to break, no. But if you break it and you're intending to break it, it's okay. Yeah. So just be creative around with that, and So, rule number 5 again. Timer, 18 minutes. Yeah.
Yes, we use only one.
Yes, only one. Okay. Rule number 5. The challenge lasts for 18 minutes, starting. So here's the timer. Are you ready?
So the thing we do this.
Okay, so wait. Please have everything down on the table. We're starting at the same time. Please have everything down on the table. Now, let's follow the rules. Don't touch anything for now. Don't touch anything so that it becomes fair for everyone. You don't want to be disqualified. Okay, so this is the timer. Wait until I say start.
These people have already started.
Who's going to disqualify? We need to disqualify someone.
You can't disqualify now.
Yeah? Oh, we can.
We need that time.
So here's the timer.
I'm on your case.
And the timer starts now. You have 18 minutes. So I'll be looking if there's anyone else doing that. Rigging is not allowed. I don't think the online participants are able to see this. No, they are not. So I'm going to pin. I'll pin it for now. Then I'm going to pin this.
Like that.
Where is the time?
minutes. Be careful with your ambition. They will not limit you guys. Have fun.
Let me show you.
What's the same? What's the same? Wow. Forward.
Forward. 11 minutes.
And then we name
Minutes. 10 minutes. Those are the rules. Was it lost?
You don't know if it's true.
But if you want to, nice. Well, give it.
Yeah.
Already, it's actually different.
No, it's not fair.
Respect the rules of the
Respect the rules of the game. So please respect the rules. It's 8 minutes in, so you're wasting time actually. You're wasting energy. Hi. We give them something, right? Good. Okay, 8 minutes. Remember, you need to put marshmallow on top. Yes. Or if you want, while we just measure from where. What do we say? 7 means 7. Six minutes.
This one I can understand, but if we put this one,
For me,
if we get them,
remember, it needs to be freestanding. So okay. No, wait. I'll have to stop. There's someone who's rigged the game over here. Or is it stuck at 452? No. Oh, it's at 140 right now. There's a problem. Sorry. I'll add you 3 more seconds. Okay.
One minute.
1 minute 30 seconds. 1 minute 28. We're gonna count together, right? Something is wrong, right? No. Let's proceed. I'm presenting my screen. So I'll just stand my screen so that it's transparent enough. 42. Please stop. Please stop. Stop. Let's go. It's okay. It's okay. Just let it go. Let it be. I'm gonna display for you things, right?
How's the bottom line?
5 minutes. Where you guys? That story fell, man.
Wait. So we're gonna.
Someone has told me to add some 5 more minutes. Oh my goodness. Okay, so great. Let's now get on to the activity. Okay, let's have our seats. Let's sit down now. Okay. So we had our timer. We had our time. Okay, I want us to watch this video. Let's watch this video. How many more minutes do we have? Okay, let's watch this. No. Let's not. No. Okay, wait. So, okay, I want us to discuss first. Please, I cannot even more 20 minutes. But okay, so the goal was to build in 18 minutes the tallest freestanding structure out of 20 sticks of spaghetti. Let's go. Challenge, let's go. Okay, tell him to let's go. Tell him to let's go. Okay, let's have one class. Enough of the laughter.
Okay. Yeah. So the goal of
create a teamwork experience,
that can be
debriefed along.
The online participants. Can you see?
The online participants, can you see my screen? Let me present now. Okay, before I go into sharing my screen, I'll just take us through the discussion first.
So the thing that we're supposed to do
the thing that we're supposed to do right now, I need my volunteer.
So
we are going to measure the tallest freestanding structures.
So whatever she gives us, we're going
to declare that as the result. Okay. Let's start with.
Volunteer to go first. Okay, let's go there.
Who wants to volunteer to go? Okay, let's go there. Okay.
So we're going to measure from the marshmallow.
The marshmallow.
The top of the marshmallow.
The top of the marshmallow.
32.
Okay, great. How can I write that?
Great.
Close here, right? Close here, right? Close down. Close down.
I think you can sell it. It's actually around 1.6 all the way up. This is not the top. This is not the teaching. So that is roughly 1.7. Okay, wait. First, the rules of the game. You guys, let's do it. Okay, so next you can go. But this one, let's just yeah.
Slowly, because
All right.
Okay, let's talk about this thing. So it's the thing.
Plus 11, that is
Plus 11 is 11 compound.
standard.
Which stage is that?
Ten point five.
Yeah.
That should be 30 plus 10.
That should be
40.5.
45. Okay, cool.
good.
Okay, great.
Okay, great.
On here,
On here, we cannot measure.
okay, we can measure the marshmallow.
Okay. Can you measure the marshmallow?
Because we get this.
Okay, great. Okay,
No.
okay, measure.
no.
This is the beginning. This is the beginning. They are making it for themselves. Let's not like that. So, okay, we're only going to declare two based on this, okay? So, I believe this is.
Tallest freestanding structure, right? So I think they deserve to get this, right?
So,
Okay, great. So okay, let's have one discussion here.
okay, great. So,
Okay, great. So
let's have one discussion on.
let's have one discussion on here. Let me see. There's a message in the chat box.
Okay, you're welcome, Tony.
Thanks, Hilary. Thank you.
Okay,
You're
so
welcome,
let
Tony.
me can see my screen. I think I'm disconnected.
Okay, so let me know if you can see my screen. I think I'm disconnected.
My screen tries to
Oops.
reconnect.
Anyways, as my screen tries to reconnect, I'll be taking you through the discussion. We had the instructions ready, so
added these guys more
good job,
minutes.
everyone. We added these guys more minutes.
So I think you.
Okay, great.
decide what
So
to do.
I
You want to
think
share
you
it
guys will decide what to do with this. You want to share it out?
out? Okay, so we follow the instructions. We did a debrief.
It's brief. So let's ask this team. So you guys won, right? You had the tallest freestanding structure within the set amount of time. What was the strategy? What strategy did you use? Like, what did you do? Like, how were you able to actually, be able to have it standing within less time than 1 hour?
Teamwork.
Okay, teamwork. Okay, tell me more. What about teamwork?
Every idea is important.
Okay.
You don't decide that this one cannot, this one is bringing, and we have a lot of ideas and we implement.
Okay. Okay, I want us to pick some very, very personal reflections from on here. Yes? Creativity? Uh-huh.
If a person brings up an idea, we give it a try.
So these are some questions you're going to ask yourself and personally reflect. What was the strategy of the team? They're talking about teamwork, they're talking about creativity, they're talking about, incorporating different people's ideas and perspectives. You can ask yourself, what was my role in the team? What worked well in my team? And what would I improve next in my team's work? Now, before we move to that, I'd also want to see, am I locking you guys up? Maybe the insights, did you at some point want to fight? Or did you at some point feel like probably my idea is better than the other ones?
In the beginning,
Yes.
you will see no victory.
Okay.
How can we do it?
Okay.
And we would even be tempted to pick somewhere to see whether we can be good. But we saw that it cannot work.
Okay. Now I'll allow
The teams to share with us.
the team at the back. What are some of the lessons?
I think we can move to the team at the back. What are some of the lessons? What did you pick? What strategies did you use? What did you learn? Did you at some point feel like you're fighting for different ideas amongst yourselves? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
By the time we realized that had really cut us short.
Yes.
Okay.
Very, very powerful reflections she's sharing, keeping time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
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 What worked well for you guys?
What worked well for you guys? What worked well?
Teamwork. Okay.
Teamwork, okay? Yeah. Yeah.
I see.
Uh-huh.
Anything
I
else
see.
you want to share?
Okay. Anything else you
Just
want
any
to share?
reflections, any lessons,
Just
any
any
insights?
reflections, any lessons,
Let's
any
move
insights?
to the ones who declared
Let's
the
move
winners in
to
7
the ones who
minutes.
declare the winners in 7 minutes.
What worked well for you guys?
What worked well for you
Well,
guys?
did you go through any
What worked well?
challenges?
Do you go through any
What was the
challenges?
strategy that you used?
What was the
What
strategy
did you
that
want
you
to share?
used? What would you want to share with us?
I think first,
Yes.
Okay.
confidence.
Okay.
Winning 7 minutes.
I wish that is being recorded. Okay.
So at least that pushed us to doing something.
Yes.
Then valuing each other's idea
Okay.
is a very important aspect. And most important is to have a plan just in case you're about to quit.
Uh-huh.
Trust me, if this tower did not stand, we had a plan to survive.
Uh-huh. And you did that?
One
I
confidence.
see. I see. One confidence.
You declare
Okay.
yourself winners.
You declare yourself winner in 7 minutes.
Any
Okay.
reflections?
Any reflections?
Do you have 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 any reflections?
Any? I don't want
Any?
to lock you out.
I don't want to lock you
Okay.
out.
I don't want to
Any
lock you out.
reflections? I don't want to lock you out.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, great.
Representative.
Awesome.
Yes.
He's representative. Yes, yes.
What a lot of joy.
Okay.
You people, you started laughing
People, you started laughing
like
like
this.
this.
About
Really
our
about finish our
so coming challenge.
challenge.
The materials, the
Materials which
you
you gave us to use, not enough.
the right, yeah?
Right, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Even the
Even
materials which we
the
have
materials which we have been using
very
are very weak.
Time was not
Time
enough.
was not enough for us.
Uh-huh.
I think
As
we had a challenge.
we had a
We
challenge,
advised
we advised,
Okay. Okay.
we advised
we obeyed.
when
When
we tried
when
to
we were
construct
trying to construct,
the rest of the
the
members
rest of the
started
members started
forming us different
giving us
ideas which were
different
going to
ideas which we were going to do.
Uh-huh.
That's like challenges which we
Thank you so much for sharing. So there's a lot of insight and there's a
lessons.
lot of lessons that you can just draw from this very simple activity. Yes, please. Yeah.
This was something difficult.
Yeah.
If you're going to do something like business or doing something, a plan of it. A plan of it. Like it is building a house. You have a plan of the house before you're building the house. But these plans were in the heads and of different people. Now it's hard. This one, get on this one, get on this one, get on this one, and come up with something which is so that one is challenging. But again, this one reminds me of something for scriptures. Building a tower of Babel. Because they were committed, though they were doing something which was committed, but they were committed. So they were doing. So I think something is the same way in our life.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're committed, yeah.
Okay. So we just had
Okay. So we just had the. Okay. Did you find it fun?
Was it fun?
Was it fun?
Challenge.
As much as it was a challenge.
Okay. Okay, great.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Great.
So first,
So yeah. So first.
okay. Yes, please.
Okay. Yes, please.
The resources you have, what do you have before you start building?
If you cannot
If you can't
analyze or assess the
analyze
resources
or
you have,
assess the
it means what?
resources you
You
have,
cannot
it
build
means
that
you
project.
cannot build that project.
That defeats what? The
That
foundation.
defeats the foundation.
You must see
You must see
because any project to
any
start
project to start
outputs from the foundation that make it strong. If you forget the foundation, it means you never finish that project. So it becomes hard for you to finish. See that? And when you are so finished, see each other's idea. One says what about that finish, and the one else it will stand strong. Eh? That another thing is time. If the inform due 2 years, follow 2 years. But for our project have 18 minutes only, and we finish within 18 minutes. Time. Same as a project. If the donors give you money for you want this for 6 months, you cannot use it anymore. They want 6. Now the reason is what? For time. Always manage time. Must have a person to control time. Time. Writing books.
Appreciate him. These are very, very powerful insights. He's talked about time management. He's talked about managing resources and looking at timelines, managing resources, and to summarize, he's also talked about how you might have 6 months, just work within 6 months. This was 18 minutes, limited time. Thank you for sharing those insights. Really appreciate that. I don't want to leave anyone behind.
Okay, great. Let's proceed.
Let's proceed. We're gonna watch this video,
And it's going to summarize.
Some of the key lessons from that.
Then
We're going to link
all this,
what we're discussing now, to design thinking as we wrap up. Okay, let's start.
Someone
online, please confirm with me that you can follow through this. You can watch this presentation.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You can't hear me.
They can't hear me. No, they can hear me.
Okay, so there we go.
It's a short 7.
Years ago here at 10, Peter Skillman introduced a design challenge called the Marshmallow Challenge. And the idea is pretty simple. Teams of 4 have to build the tallest freestanding structure out of 20 sticks of spaghetti, 1 yard of tape, 1 yard of string, and a marshmallow. The marshmallow has to be on top. And though it seems really simple, it's actually pretty hard because it forces people to collaborate very quickly. And so I thought this was an interesting idea, and I incorporated it into a design workshop, and it was a huge success. And since then, I've conducted about 70 design workshops across the world with students and designers and architects, even the CTOs of the
I don't understand why it's not displaying on here. Okay, great.
And there's something about this exercise that reveals very deep lessons about the nature of collaboration, and I'd like to share some of them with you. So, normally, most people begin by orienting themselves to the task. They figure out what it's going to look like, they jockey for power, they sketch it, they lay out spaghetti, they spend the majority of their time assembling the sticks into ever-growing structures. And then finally, just as they're running out of time, someone takes out the marshmallow, and then they gingerly put it on top, and they stand back, and ta-da! They admire their work. But what really happens most of the time is that the ta-da turns into an uh-oh, because the weight of the marshmallow causes the entire structure to buckle and to collapse. So there are a number of people who have a lot more uh-oh moments than others. And among the worst are recent graduates of business school. They get distracted, then they produce really lame structures. And of course, there's teams that have a lot more ta-da structures, and among the best are recent graduates of kindergarten. And It's pretty amazing, as Peter tells us. Not only do they produce the tallest structures, but they're the most interesting structures of them all. So the question you want to ask is, how come? Why? What is it about them? And Peter likes to say that none of the kids spend any time trying to be CEO of Spaghetti Inc., right? They don't spend time jockeying for power. But there's another reason as well. And the reason is that business students are trained to find the single right plan. Right? And then they execute on it. And then what happens is when they put the marshmallow on the top, they run out of time. And what happens? It's a crisis. Sound familiar? Right? Okay. What kindergartners do differently is that they start with the marshmallow and they build prototypes, successive prototypes, always keeping the marshmallow on top. So they have multiple times to fix it, and they build prototypes along the way. So designers recognize this type of collaboration as the essence of the iterative process. And teach version kids get instant feedback about what works and what doesn't work. So the capacity to play and prototype is really essential. But let's look at the harm. So the average for most people is around 20 inches. Business school students, about half of that. Lawyers, a little better, but not much better than that. Kindergartens, better than most adults. Who does the very best? Architects and engineers. Thankfully. 39 inches is the tallest structure I've seen. And why is it? Because they understand triangles and self-reinforcing geometrical patterns are the key to building self-reinforcing stable structures. So CEOs, a little bit better than average, but here's where it gets interesting. If you put an executive on the team, they get significantly better. It's incredible. You look around, you go, oh, that team's going to win. You can just tell beforehand. And why is that? Because they have special skills of facilitation. They manage the process. They understand the process. And any team who manages and pays a close attention to work it will significantly improve the team's performance. Specialized skills and facilitation skills, the combination leads to strong success. If you have 10 teams that typically perform, you'll get maybe 6 or so that have standing structures. And I tried something interesting. I thought, let's up the ante once. A $10,000 prize of software to the winning team. So what do you think happened to these design students? What was the result? Here's what happened. Not one team had a standing structure. Not one had, if anyone had built, say, a 1-inch structure, they'd have taken home the prize. So isn't that interesting that high stakes have a strong impact? We did the exercise again with the same students. What do you think happened then? So now they understand the value of prototyping. So the same team went from being the very worst to being among the very best. They produced the tallest structures in the least amount of time. So there's unique lessons for us about the nature of incentives and success. So you might ask, why would anyone actually spend time writing a marshmallow challenge? And the reason is I help create digital tools and processes that help teams build cars and video games and visual effects. And what the Marshmallow Challenge does is it helps them identify the hidden assumptions. Because frankly, every project has its own marshmallow. Doesn't it? The challenge provides a shared experience, a common language, a common stance to build the right prototype. And so this is the value of the experience of this so simple exercise. And those of you who are interested may want to go to marshmallowchallenge.com.
Many people have done this exercise.
Many people have done this exercise. Engineers, architects, even school-going kids, kindergarten kids.
Interesting enough that
kindergarten kids actually perform very well building this.
So I want us to just
discuss
through
as we
wrap up this activity.
Then I'm just going to briefly, test out signposts. Okay.
So what we learned from this marshmallow challenge. So first off, let's
bring this back to design thinking.
What did
on the structures?
Came up with ideas, right? And you had to consider the materials you're working
and testing.
How they might affect your designs. This exactly is what designers do.
This exactly is what
they go through a process of ideation, some level of testing. Next, let's link this to storytelling. Did anyone find themselves?
Did anyone find themselves coming with a story along with the structure.
After this, I'd asked you guys to share with
After
me
this, I'd asked you guys to share with me, some of your
and
takeaways.
maybe you
Maybe you imagined a
maybe
spaceship, maybe you imagined a castle
treehouse,
or a tree house,
and
stories are a great way
connect with
to
people
connect with
and
people
to,
and
make
to
things
make things more memorable. In fact, storytelling is
it's really
it's
key
really
in
key
terms
in terms of marketing and
advertising.
advertising. Companies use
Stories,
stories,
powerful stories
powerful stories
to attract
to attract
Remember
customers.
Safaricom.
Remember Safaricom, Safaricom because of how they tell their stories.
Coca-Cola. Remember
Coca-Cola,
Taste the Feeling.
remember Taste the Feeling.
That
Advertisement
advertisement
was so powerful, like it literally just blew out on the entire continent. Exactly.
So,
So,
branding
branding is a lot
So
of
you'd find
storytelling. So
yourself
you'd find
creating a
yourself
story in
creating
your
a
head
story in your
before you
head
make
before
it,
you
okay?
actually make it.
So
Okay.
finally,
Let's talk about
how
art.
do we link
How
this
do we
activity
link
with
this
art?
activity with art?
Did
Did anyone have a
particular
particular beautiful or creative structure?
Well,
Well,
we were trying to
we
make
were
a
trying to make a
beautiful
a
structure,
beautiful
right?
structure, right?
And
And even if it didn't
well,
hold up so well,
it's still something to be
it's still
proud of,
something to
right?
be proud of, right?
And
And art is all about expressing yourself and creating something beautiful,
beauty.
beauty.
And
And even if it doesn't really have a specific
right?
function, right?
So,
So we saw this with the marshmallow challenge. Yeah. Sometimes the most beautiful designs are not necessarily the most practical. You can look at what those structures look like right now. Yeah. So sometimes you'd want to make a very perfect structure, the longest structure. Even announce yourself as the winner in 7 minutes. But now, we're just trying to link all this between storytelling, art, and how we can link all this through design thinking as an activity. So, what's the takeaway from this? Online, I hope you're following. Thank you. I'm actually looking at my screen right now. Yeah. So, what's the takeaway from this? First off, design thinking, storytelling, art, they're all connected. And it's all about creating something new and meaningful. And it's about, being creative and taking risks, and taking these risks, when you're trying to come up with something new. And, finally, things don't always work out the way you planned. So there's that aspect of, taking risks, trying new ideas. You build this marshmallow challenge, get to some level, you're like, oops, this won't work. Like, hell no. You change the design. It's all about trying whatever works. And finally, you can still be proud of what you created. So these are just some of the insights that we can generate from the activity that we've had, creating the marshmallow challenge and seeing how we can link that through, prototyping, testing, taking risks, and also, with art, storytelling, and sign language. We communicate it in sign language. So to wrap that up, the next session, so I'm going to show you something that we've built in the design thinking process. We've actually, unfortunately, my phone is dead, but it's okay. I'm going to show you something that we've built with the design thinking process, and I want to also get your feedback from it. So we started building this. Okay, so let me just take you through this. So just quickly. Almost done, so please just bear with me. Let's see. Okay, great. So I'm going to show you what we built with design thinking, and just take you through, what that process has looked like. So I think I'd mentioned earlier before. Yeah, I lead Signverse. It's an assistive tech company, and we are building a digital sign language interpreter. So we started working on this earlier on in 2020, actually. Let me show you my screen, how this works. Okay. So this is it. I was working with deaf students in northern Kenya. Yeah. was working with deaf students in Northern Kenya, and I had my first time interaction with, deaf community. I don't understand sign language. I was, entirely dependent on a facilitator. There were like 6, 7 more facilitators, and it's a challenge sometimes to communicate, especially with students. I'm training robotics, and I have to convey this information to these groups. What happens? We keep exchanging pen, paper, pen, paper. 2 months later, I find myself again Northern Kenya, that is in Garissa, and again I meet a larger group of deaf students, and I cannot effectively communicate with them because I do not understand their primary mode of communication. So I sat down and mapped out what the issue could be, and to me it was clearly the communication barrier between the hearing community and the deaf community. And before we built solution, we actually did a lot of research. I remember putting together groups of deaf, sitting them down, doing such activities with them, and breaking, just dissecting what it means to have that communication barrier, and observing the trends that exist in the current world of today. We were like, okay, so how might we bridge this communication barrier using technology? And we're having mobile phones, everyone has them nowadays, and we looked at it as an opportunity to actually push through a solution and have it right at the fingertips, your digital sign language interpreter. And that is how it works. Just do a short demo later. So remember, this is just to show you how design thinking can be applied in actually creating products and what companies are doing. An example. So that is it. This is what we do at Signverse. We are passionate about bridging the disability barrier, particularly the deaf community, and helping them effectively communicate with hearing people through a platform. And I'm just going to show you how this works. And I'll also allow you to, share with me some of the questions that you have regarding this. Especially, I'm really interested on the design thinking. Think about, how we handle the application process. So let me share with you the video. Ignore that. Oops.
Cancel this.
Cancel this.